So just as a little warm-up, we're gonna start by moving our knees from an extension to a tiny little angle here, just to get into more and more of a stretch. Starting here now, you can use your hands on the ground for support if you do want to, or you can stay upright in your upper body and just switch. And now we're going to increase range of motion. First, standing on our heel all the way and keeping our knee up and one leg fully extended. Again, you can either switch like so or put your hands on the ground. So we're going to do this a couple of times before we increase the range of motion a little bit more, to include a little bit more of our hip flexors as well. So now, with our foot pointing upwards, we have our hamstrings, the backside of our legs, more in the stretch. And if I leave my foot planted on the ground, we move the stretch to the inside or adductors of our leg musculature. So now we're going to increase the range of motion like so. Bring this knee down, put the leg down, pull upwards with your foot, and we're going to move in here and switch this also a couple of times. Now you're going to notice that we have a little stretch in our ankle. We have some exterior rotation in our knee, some exterior rotation in our hips, and we have a nice little stretch in the entirety of our posterior chain in the extended leg, because we're also pulling our toes inwards, which basically means our gastrocnemius, our soleus, our Achilles tendon, and even a little bit of our toe musculature is being stretched. And now we're going to switch this a couple of times and repeat on either side. Do the same thing on the left side, do the same thing on the right side, switch and repeat. Be sure to actively pull in your toes, and we're even using a little bit of support with our hands. So now we're going to increase range of motion again by pushing our hips up and switching to have more of a stretch on the hip flexors. Now either with our knees down on the ground, or for the stronger and more advanced ones of you, you can push upwards and elevate your knee. Now, if we want to have more stretch in our hip flexors, we can use our arms, our lower arms on the ground, basically, so we have more pull in our hip flexors, moving up our obliques, our lats, if we extend our arm fully and push forward. Repeat a couple of times on either side. First go down, push up, and complete the rotation on the opposite side. Now we're going to do a couple of advanced drills, like so. For this one, I'm going to need to move a little bit closer, because if I don't, I'm going to fall down there, and that's not going to be nice. So starting position here, we're going to do one of those. I call this a frontal scorpion. Left side, right side, same movement, hands down, extend, pull in, and we're going to do the reverse scorpion, basically bringing both knees together from behind your leg and moving in close to the ground. Pull in, switch, other side, and knees together, fully extend. One more time. The classic scorpion, up here, moving back, and going to do the same thing on the other side before we move to the reverse scorpion. Knees together from the back and pull in, move, switch sides, knees together, whoop, and pull in. So a couple of more limbering ups from one side to the other, move up, and we made it for today, and we can sit down and enjoy the weather. God damn, it's so hot, so exhausting. I hope you had just as much fun as I had doing this.